Hello guys, so welcome to my channel, and today is a very special day because I have two amazing singers and my friends, and thank you for coming and joining me and for this excited evening.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
So first I will ask Sara, because as you see she sang beautifully. What about Mozart and the magic flute, Sara?
First of all, I love Mozart. This is one of my favorite composers. I really think whatever he wrote, I can sing it.
This is Mozart effect.
It takes practice and it takes hard work, but then once you kind of know, once you learn, it's amazing. It just fills me everywhere. And magic flute, I love magic flute. This is such a lovely. I love those fairy stories, and I like when there's a little bit of supernatural things, especially in opera. I mean, I love it everywhere, but and then when it's in opera, I love it even more. And I sang the Queen because I think that would be my dream role. Madness, and I love how she's not. Once I heard from Alexandra Reinprecht, she described the Queen as an excellent chess player, and I think I always have that in my head, because even when she's losing control, she's not really losing control. She's just she's really manipulating the board and the players, and then just trying to finish her game. She doesn't want to lose her control. She's the boss in her piece of land, and Sarastra is just in the way,
As you do.
So she will do whatever it takes to keep her kingdom the way she wants it. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. I think that's beside the point. I don't like thinking of her as an evil character.
Yeah,
I don't think she's
drama,
evil.
Right?
Yeah. She has her kingdom. She has her toys and her servants and her magical beings around her, and she wants to keep them, and she wants to be the rule maker. And then when Sarastra is threatening that with his enlightenment and sun and day and stuff, she's just no. She will do whatever it takes, even if it takes her own daughter killing her husband, basically. Doesn't matter. She needs her kingdom to be hers and under her rules. Right? I like that.
I wish that you are going to sing this role.
She too, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Mozart is also my favorite composer. Actually, the Zauberflute is my first video.
Yes, of course,
yes.
I know.
Yeah. But Pamina, I like more Pamina.
Yeah. Maybe we can do it together once.
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe. Let's keep. But yeah, Donna Anna. I also like Donna Anna so much.
It's a beautiful role.
I would say my favorite Mozart opera to sing and to be in would be Così fan tutte. I like that one.
That's also interesting, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
very much.
From Mozart. Yeah.
'Cause I like the Queen, love her, but I think my favorite opera as a piece, I think it would be Così fan tutte, because it's also
And this drama still is working, in my opinion.
exactly
Very
yes.
true. Very
Yes.
true. And I think that Donna Anna is one of the most amazing.
Oh,
Out of
yeah.
all the Mozart soprano roles, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, this is different than
Yes.
a little bit others, right?
Yeah.
very deep and then has a whole
It's the whole feminist part of it.
Yeah, quite in the open. It's not that you need to
Exactly,
search it. Maybe you need to give a little bit more to the Queen, something
Yeah.
that others don't see, and that's a great thing maybe for you as a soprano to give that extra dimension that you don't see. But with Donna Anna, I think it's very much in the
Right.
open.
Yeah, yeah.
Mozart did
Yeah.
not hide there.
That's really take you in, I mean.
Yeah.
Like the other Mozart roles, but Donna Anna and Queen of the Night is
Yeah, strong
different
ladies.
story.
True. True.
What about you?
I mean, I'm a baritone, so of course Mozart is something that I do also sing and quite love it. But I chose something different. It's Verdi, so we have two sort of big powerhouses of composers, which is a nice thing. And I chose Rigoletto. I mean, it's an ultimate sort of baritone role. And it's the first time basically that you have, I mean not the first time, but it's quite an unusual thing to have a baritone sort of as a title in the opera, as someone who is quite an important character and not only just, the love story between a tenor and a soprano, which is not quite usual, right?
Yes.
For the opera, and the music is of course extremely beautiful. The character is maybe, although a jester, although a joker, although someone with a hunched back or something like that, quite natural, quite normal, because he has everything from a paranoia, trickery, to anxiousness, and being a caring and protective father, quite human. And I think it's a wonderful thing, and it's basically he is baritone but not a villain, because usually deeper voices are villains. And on the other hand, he is someone who orders an assassination, so the borders between good and bad are not that strict. And I think I like that, not only as a singer and musician, but also this performing thing, and compassion with the character. I think it's easy to get it.
Yeah, you're right. I like this opera.
Yes.
It's one of my favorites, but not Gilda. Rigoletto.
Yes.
I like to sing.
Gilda is quite.
Sorry to say
yes.
that. I'm sorry, but I don't like Gilda.
Well, true. Gilda is not maybe that rich in characterization, because she is quite a young woman, which is a normal thing. I mean, she is extremely young in the opera, and you don't expect her to be extremely complex. She cannot be. Yeah. But for the whole plot, she's a necessary character.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You cannot ignore her.
Yeah, we will not ignore her.
Yeah, true. But I think it's also something that I noticed, which is beautiful about us, that we are so attracted to the roles, that knowing also two of you is something that really speaks to our personality.
You know everything, honey. You know everything. Yes, I know you.
No, but it also...
He knows everything.
It also speaks to it. For example, in Donna Anna, I can understand why you like her, because I know you quite a lot.
Okay.
And you like to be a woman on one hand, very feminine and everything, but also very strong, very independent, and I think that's the beauty of the thing. approach to the Queen of the Night. Sort of, when men are sort of aggressive, they are considered just businessmen, and when women are considered, when women want something, they're considered bitches or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Or, you're crazy. Calm down.
Yeah. Are you on your period?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, maybe the Regie Theater is going to love us for talking something about this, but it is true,
It is true. Yeah, absolutely.
And it's our job to find the sort of the normal in the character, to be able to portray it so that our audience can sort of,
then you can transport.
Have a sympathy with, exactly.
Otherwise, I mean, if you don't like the role, or if you don't find a little bit from you inside something, it doesn't suit.
It has to speak to us, to our soul, to our experiences, to I think our mind and everything.
Tell me about you and tell me about you a little bit, please. I think people would like to know about you and you. Who are you? Of course I know, but
of course.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Domagoj. I'm a Bariton from Croatia, from Split, a very beautiful town on the Adriatic Sea. I've been living here for 11 and a half years, moved because of the music. Had a very interesting sort of voyage towards music, because I was supposed to be a priest, actually, which is quite an interesting thing. So I finished theology, and then I just realized that actually my vocation is something different. That was music. So I moved to Vienna to study singing. So the music at the end prevailed. I mean, I'm still sort of, spiritual person, God is still there. It's not that the music is more powerful than God, but I believe that music is sort of quite a God-like language. I think it's the most celestial thing that we have. Yes. As perfect as it can be. So, it takes us quite somewhere higher than just this natural world. That's my opinion,
I agree. I agree with you. Sara.
I'm Sara, I also come from Croatia. And I came to Vienna 7 years ago already. And I wanted to come sooner, but then that didn't work out, and then I came when I could, and I'm happy that I did. And I love my life here, and my love as well.
I know. I know you do.
Well, my musical journey started really since I can remember. I don't know. I've always been singing and dancing and doing musical stuff. But I always wanted to be. I never had an interest to be in a choir or to be somewhere. I always wanted to be on the stage, and the less people around me, the happier I was. So that was always funny. Because in school they would always get me to perform for the end of year or something, and I realized how happy I am, and then I wanted to be in one choir, and then I decided to be in a choir, and then I felt somehow I want to be on my own, like when I'm on the stage, and I like to be a part of an ensemble. But I like to be my own character. I like to...
your sound is gorgeous.
Adopt... Thank you.
You cannot be in choir. I'm sorry. With this huge voice. No way.
No, I just loved escape. I just loved being someone else. For those 2.5 hours, I am someone else, and I love that feeling.
Perfect. Really. I'm so happy to know you, to have you.
Likewise.
In my life. And share amazing project with you. By the way, the surprise is coming soon. We will not tell nothing. We will tell nothing yet.
But stay tuned.
Yes. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So what was your first opera role that you performed?
Oh.
The full one, sort of.
I'm so shame on me.
Why?
Because I have to do a video because of that. But I didn't. It was Haydn.
Oh.
L'incontro improvviso.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Nice.
But I should explain actually.
Yes, you should, because we don't hear Haydn operas that often.
Yes.
I feel it's like
and
a sort
they're
of...
beautiful.
Yes. And it's a shame, you know, it's also especially because we live in Austria and also they're not quite often performed here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I mean oratorios and masses we can hear because, you know, we have the professional church choirs and musicians, but we don't hear the operas that often.
Yeah. And he has really good music, I mean.
Yeah.
And I'm ashamed on myself. I will do this video also.
Yeah.
This role, yeah.
We have it now on, you know, on the clip, so you have to. You have to keep the promise. Yeah.
And what is yours?
My first one was, interestingly, Puccini's Gianni Schicchi. I sang the title role, when I was 24, actually. Crazy trip was that.
Wow.
You know,
I remember some things about that.
Yeah, because you're too young to sing like someone who's basically 2 times older than you. But you know, when you're young, you take the risks, so it's not the bad
I
thing.
like that, yeah.
But it's funny opera, so you know, you can always hide with the funny moments that are definitely in the opera. And yours?
Now it's Pamina.
Yes. So she just jumped.
It's a full circle, so it's a great thing.
Yeah.
No, for me, when I started singing when I was, I don't know, 15 or 16, they thought I will be...
Pamina.
No, they thought I would be an alto.
Oh yeah.
I think because it's
So
your
all
height.
dramatic coloratura voice has
Yeah.
this tricky, you know.
Yeah.
But
The
basically,
same.
Lucia Pop actually finished as a mezzo, if I'm not wrong.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wow.
she did her first
I know
studies
you.
with as a mezzo, and then she slowly developed into who she was. I mean,
Oh yeah.
someone very famous and important.
Yeah, and totally soprano.
Yeah. But she was
It's
interesting.
no
She sang
confusion.
also, you know, did not sing only the Queen of the Night. She sang later also the Pamina, and she did a lot of things, which was, I think, quite interesting. With
Yeah,
her.
because of color, you know. If you have a little bit dark color,
True.
they confuse when you are in the
Sometimes,
beginning.
yeah.
And you have this color. I
Yeah.
mean, deep and dark inside.
Always a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's always a problem because if you don't fit quite in this sort of Fach register, you know, thing, it's very difficult to put you somewhere. So I think you need to pass a lot of different types of voices in order to find your own.
Oh yeah.
Because sometimes,
Sure. You can't know from the beginning. I think no one knows really from the beginning.
yeah, maybe there are some very quite obvious people. I think maybe Leggero soprano is like, or Subretti is quite obvious. You can.
Okay,
Or
yeah.
countertenor, right? I mean.
Yeah,
Okay,
sort
yeah,
of,
well,
yes. Yes, or a bass, you are quite sure when someone is a bass.
You're not going to
basically.
be soprano.
Yes, or something. But yeah.
Okay. Guys, I'm so happy. We have to do this again, right?
Happily.
Yes.
In another cases.
Yes.
And I'm so happy to have you in my channel and here and
Oh, but
introduce you.
this is your 1 year anniversary, right?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
It's
thank
been a
you.
wonderful project.
And I'm
Yeah.
so happy to ending with you. I mean,
Oh, thank you.
and of course I will continue.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, and we will do together something more.
This is like a Monday highlight.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you,
Yes.
really. I mean, I want to do that. I want.
How
to
did you start? What was the like a pushing point? So sort of to.
My sister.
Good.
My sister. She's also twins like you.
We all have pushy sisters.
We were always talking like this, and then she's more interesting than me actually with the roles. And she was always telling me, "What about that? What are you singing right now?" And she was always searching, giving me more information like you.
Wow.
And we were talking about all nights. And one day she just told me, "You know what? You are explaining perfectly. I mean, I'm really listening. Like, wow, what's going on? What's going? Why don't you do some things like that?" And I say, "Okay."
I mean,
Oh.
I
I
know.
just say okay.
Thank you, sister.
Yes. I mean, I know all the roles you're talking about, and I'm still
You
like,
also like that, right?
and what? And then?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to actually inspire people, you know, if somebody think about, okay, I can also do some things like that, or there is one other way to go, it makes me totally happy. Accept this explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's wonderful when we have people around us that are not per se in music, but they're interested. Like your sister, for example, or you know,
She is.
Anyone in our family or friendship circle or someone, when you start explaining and then you share the passion, and then you know the people maybe that are listening to you who maybe by themselves would maybe never go to the theater or something like that, and
Yeah.
they're like, oh, it's interesting, I have to go and see it
And when you see
live
that
or
story.
something. Yeah.
I think about that she knows all details about so many operas and composer.
You killed her, obviously.
Yes, and she has also good voice, but she's chemist, you know.
Oh,
I mean, it's not
lovely.
what you do. Like you, I
Wow.
mean, she knows all details.
Yeah.
I wasn't focused on some details. I was focused on other stuff, you know,
Yeah.
feeling, drama, what's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on, how can I feel like that?
Yeah, but that's what's great, I think, in opera, because everyone is different. That's
Yeah.
why you can listen to I don't know how many performances of the same opera, and every time it's
Yes.
going to be something new, because it's always someone else singing it and bringing a
Yeah.
different dimension to it, showing you a different
Mhm.
side that you've never seen before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
the artist, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like us.
And although we sing everything we are taught as classical musicians,
Mhm.
sing as it's written, don't try to invent something or
much as-
change. Yeah, but it's impossible not to bring something of your own. It's more like a different spice, let's call it that way. You follow the recipe, but then you're like, well, I need it a little bit more, like more salt, more pepper, more oil or whatever. So, you know.
Agree, really.
Mm.
I don't know. We should put some things on it, right?
Yes, of
True.
course.
I mean, otherwise it's
The
boring,
composer, I think they will not
No.
kill us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
After we die, it's too late.
yes. And who are you?
Okay, guys. I really want to thank you, first of all, and we will do one more video. And
Thank you. We'll be happy.
I already have some ideas I will share with you, and I want to just say to audience goodbye and see you next week, and kisses from Academia Musica, right?
Yes, true. Very thankful to have it here.